everyone. Today I am doing a 2-page layout in my happy album. That's my Paris and London trip. I'm trying to choose my photos. There's a lot of me in front of the globe, but I need just one. And then that picture of the battle was some artwork hanging up in the cafe that we ate in. It's actually the death of General Mercer at the Battle of Princeton, but they superimposed lightsabers and Death Star into the art, and I thought that looked really interesting, and I thought that that should definitely be in my Paris and London album, but the picture's too big, so I decided to print one copy out on my Instax. And then here I'm just picking out my paper. I'm trying to decide which colors to use. This pack is the Country Comfort collection. It's not available anymore, but I ended up buying a whole bunch of packs of this. It was either on sale or something, and I bought a lot of it because, as you can see, it really complements the photos, and it's just something about it. These colors are really nice. I really like it. It's kind of like, I don't know, it kind of makes me think a little bit of Anthropologie or Urban Outfitters or Free People colors. So I'm just kind of playing around. I'm just trying to figure out which papers to use from this collection. That one on the right is a vellum paper that is also from this collection, and I use that a lot in this album already. It's kind of a geometric design in like a gold color on vellum, and it's sort of like cubes. It looks really cool. I really like it. I've used it a bunch. Now I'm looking at the travel log collection, which is available for stickers and other things that I might want to add to the page. These colors don't really go well with the Country Comfort collection, but some of the stickers still work. This one says, I want to make memories all over the world, so I thought that was pretty appropriate. And I really like those Eiffel Towers, and they even had the Eye of London, the big Ferris wheel on there, but the colors didn't go. And now I'm looking at the travel log embellishments, but they didn't work out. And then this is an old Getaway. I can't remember the name of that collection, which isn't available. But I liked some of the words on there, so I'm trying So Happy. And I'm sticking these on wax paper so that I can see how they look on my page. The wax paper holds the sticker, but the sticker doesn't stick too hard to it, so it'll be available to stick onto the page when I'm ready. This way I can move it around and see how I like it. And then this is the Variety Matte Pack from Made with Love collection. I don't think that's available anymore, but I really liked the Bon Appetit piece in there for a title. Even though we're not in Paris anymore, it just looked really cute with these papers. And yes, we're in England, but it works. And I wanted to incorporate that yellow over on the left, so I did that little Medallion Punch, which is available, and you'll see that again in a minute. And here I'm just gonna cut out the Bon Appetit in a circle, and I wanted to make sure that I didn't want any other shape. So I'm gonna make it a circle with my custom cutting system. And I'm just kind of lining it up first to make sure that I have it, and there's just a little bit on the end that I cut off with the scissors. And then since I knew I was going to use that, I went ahead and cut it. I don't like to cut anything until I know for sure that I'm going to use it, but that one was a definite. And as you can see, that yellow medallion on the left there is the little punch I was talking about. That'll help incorporate some of the yellow that's going to be on the left page, or on the right page I should say. And I'm just trying to move it around and just make a decision as to where everything's going to land. And there's the Instax of the battle artwork, but I can't figure out how to put this. So I decide that I'm going to work on the other page after a minute here of moving things around. Sometimes I look at the whole layout and I'll work on the second page before the first page just because it's pretty much ready. So But that's my daughter. She's in the cafe with me. That's my coffee. And then we had Eggs Benedict or something like that. And we're not in Paris anymore. We're in London, but it was really fun. So I'm going to go ahead and work on the right side and just kind of line it up and see how I want everything, cut the paper down. I think these pages are 9 by 11 for the Happy album. And since it was a trip that was 1 week long, I didn't want a 12 by 12 album for this trip. But it's tricky to work with because the pages are much smaller, but it's turned out to be really fun, cute pages because they are smaller. I think because it might be 9 by 10. I can't remember, but if you have a 4 by 6 going vertical and a 4 by 6 going horizontal, they'll both fit. As you can see right there, they'll both fit on the page. But I end up cutting them down a little bit. So here I have vellum tape runner so that you won't be able to see the vellum tape after it's pressed down. And I kind of, with it being a light vellum going onto a dark color paper, it's the most difficult to hide. So I really just kind of rubbed it with my fingernail and then it disappeared, which was nice. And then I put my photos down. I decided that I wanted to type out some things because you have Shakespeare here, and I figured there's probably a quote about traveling from one of his many plays or from him in general. So I Googled and I found a quote. First I decided to type out the globe because I thought that would look cool on the page, just the globe. And then I decided to type out the quote, "I like this place and could willingly waste my time in it." And I believe that's from, it's playing right now in downtown Balboa Park. I'll have to type that in the comments. I can't remember the name of the play that's from. But I typed a bunch of times. I typed the globe because I wanted to get different spacing and just see, like, the top one seemed like it was too close to the top. So then I did it again, and then I didn't like how the E came out, so I did it again. And then I typed the quote, but then the quote was sort of wide. So I made it taller but narrower the second run through. And this paper is also from the Country Comfort collection. It kind of looks like a faded sort of old quilt, but instead of just plain white, I thought that this little bit of texture would look good with the typing on it. So as you can see, that time it was a little bit more narrow. So I cut that down, and that's going to go over there. I'm so excited that I have a travel quote by William Shakespeare, and this picture of him is graffiti on a wall, actually on the other side of the river from the globe. Oh no, I think it's on the way to the globe because the Tower of London is on the other side of the river. So it is nearby the globe, and it's just graffiti on the wall. And I thought that was really awesome, so I took a picture of that. So I'm just really excited about this layout overall. And I can't decide where I want to put this title, the globe, or just to call out that that's the landmark that I'm standing in front of. So I play around with it a bit. And then it doesn't seem like the sticker, I'm not sure about it. I like it a lot. It fits because it has a globe on it, and I like the quote on it, but I don't know if it's working with the title or the little words there. So I decided to start putting the other stuff down and then go from there. Don't mind my big head going in the camera, sorry about that. It's just so I can really see that it's definitely lined up and I'm not putting it in the wrong spot. I like everything to be super straight. I'm kind of picky about that. So I'm not sure what I'm deciding here. I think I'm cutting off, I think I'm going to put the globe in letters instead right onto the picture, and maybe put the on the typewriter paper in front of it. And I think this came out good. These are Creative Memories letter stickers. There's ones with serif and ones without. These are the ones without. I did it all lowercase, and then I just stuck the there. But I didn't really like how the sticker was. It just seemed like too much. So I decided not to use it, and I put it back in the travel log stickers. So that page is done. I'm really excited I really like how it turned out with that yellow and then the wooden brown behind it, and then the vellum paper in front of that, and the typing on the page. That's just a WeR Memory Keepers typewriter that I got. I had to buy 3 of them before I finally got one that worked. So they're kind of tricky. If you don't have one, be really careful when you purchase them. Make sure you can return it if it doesn't work. But this is a good one finally. And now I'm just cutting these down because the Bon Appetit was hanging over too much. So I needed to narrow the pictures down to make it fit. And there was a lot of stuff I didn't need there in the background. And then I knew that I was going to cut out. I knew this picture was too long. So I'm just cutting that out. And you can have 2 pictures, a horizontal and a vertical 4x6 on these pages. But these are 2 verticals, so it's 12 inches altogether, so that's too long. So I'm just being really picky about it and getting it in there just right. I think one of the cuts I cut crooked on accident, so I had to fix that, and now it looks good. So then I just need my paper on the left side of that page. This is so pretty. I love this paper, and it just looks so good with this page, with these pictures. I'm really glad I bought a lot of this. Usually I only buy 1 pack of everything, but this must have been on sale or something because I have like 2 inches of it in my Power Project folder, and I love it. And now that title, Bon Appetit, fits without covering her up, and my artwork that just has to be in there because it was super interesting. You have this super old piece of art, the death of General Mercer at the Battle of Princeton, and it's got lightsabers and the Death Star in it. I just thought it was really neat, and the lightsabers were glowing. They're made out of neon, so it wasn't just painted on lightsabers. They're actually lights. They're like neon lights in the art. So it just was really cool, but they had to be in there. And then here I decided to type out, this restaurant had some of the most interesting and strange art I had ever seen. So I typed it out once, and I thought that it was too wide again, so I brought the words down, made it a little more narrower to fit in the page. And it looks more justified in this case. The alignment on the left and right are the same, so it just looked better. So I'm just trying to decide how I want to put that little journaling on the page, and moving everything around, still not sure how to get these things on this left side, how I like them, but I'm liking how the journaling is turning out, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put it on some of that wood brown paper to frame it like a piece of art, like in a frame. So I just cut it down a bit to get it ready for that. I'm not sure what I'm doing right there. Possibly looking at stickers or paper or something. I can't see. Sorry about that. Let's see here. I think I'm just deciding on where's that brown paper because it would be a great frame, like a piece of art, for this journaling. Lots of times I'll write some journaling, but on this layout I went ahead and typed it. And just trying to decide, there's certain elements about this page that make it look weird. But just trying to figure out how I best like it. And those are foam squares from Creative Memories. I wanted the title, Bon Appetit, to be 3D, sort of raised up and kind of popping out. And still playing with these pieces here. And that little sticker says Good Eats, and I thought that was suitable. And I stuck the Medallion Punch under the Bon Appetit, and I don't think it's down all the way yet. And then I decide that there should be a little border between the top picture and the bottom picture. So that is from the Harvest, I want to say that's Harvest Delight. I'll put that in the notes as well. I can't remember what pack that's from. Trying to read it. Anyway, so I finally say I just need to stick this down and be happy with it, and it turned out really nice. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.